Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTBase.com. Welcome to a weekly COT review. Today we're going to be analyzing the 19th Commitments of Traders Report of 2025, and as we always do, we're going to start off by looking at the largest changes in commercials net positions. Before I jump to the review, just a brief reminder for anybody who is new to COT analysis. Here at COTBase.com, you'll find a lot of educational material, not only in written format, but we have some very useful videos as well that can guide you through the analysis process. If you have further questions, feel free to comment underneath the video or send us an email to info@cotbase.com. I would also like to ask you, if you enjoy the video, please hit the like button, and if you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Thank you very much. Let's get started. Crude oil, as you can see, is on top of our list. If we look at the largest changes in commercials net positions, we are of course analyzing the classic COT report type, futures and options data combined. We have, of course, three main trader categories in the classic Commitments of Traders report. We've got commercials, mainly producers or users of that commodity. We've got large speculators and, of course, small speculators as well. We understand that the Commitments of Traders report breaks open interest into these three main trader categories. Now, in the case of crude oil, the Brent crude oil to be specific, we have a 39% change in commercials net positions. The red line, of course, represents commercials net positions, meaning, of course, all the contracts that are short subtracted from the long, and of course we get a net value. We are analyzing this recent change in their net positions on a 52-week look back period. So in percentage terms, if we look at this range, this recent change in commercials net positions represents a 39% change, very large change. And of course, you can see that this week there was a slight rise in the market. This change signal suggests that we could see prices coming back down early next week. Moving to a 5 years chart, we can of course examine the stress level in this market, which even on the chart or the value itself, we can clearly see there's a 342 report extreme in commercials. That's the exact extreme that we can see in large speculators net positions as well. So it's a significant bearish COT extreme combined with a bullish COT chain signal. If we want to go further with the analysis of crude oil, this is a different crude oil, the more popular light crude oil that people trade. I just want to show you our own unique iCOT Intraday Indicator that we developed after many years of research. These lines under the chart are our iCOT scores lines, but we can of course identify the color and the correlation between the extremes and the signals themselves. This is a daily candlestick chart. So for those who are more interested in the swing trade of things in the longer term investment or trading strategies, then of course a daily candlestick is good, but you can go down into the shorter time frames, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and so on and so on. You can go down into the very short time frames if you wish. It's a very good supplemental tool for anybody who is interested in supplementing the classic COT data with our own unique iCOT intraday indicator. Moving on to our next market, it's the Brazilian real with a 34% change in commercials net positions. Let's go back to the 1 year chart. Here you go, you can see this recent change. It is a bullish chain signal suggesting strengthening in the near term. We can go back in time and see how the market reacted to larger changes than average. This was a bearish COT chain signal. This was the report date, but the actual time when it was issued was over here. I would not consider this one to be an efficient change signal. By the time we saw it, that you can see that the market reacted already. So that was a bit late for us to act upon. Here's another example. The market just moved, continued its path forward. Here we had a bearish COT change signal, but the market continued the path downward, so we can say it was successful in that sense. We had a bit larger than average change over here. It did actually push the market higher. We had a bit larger than average bullish change signal over here. This was the report date. This was the actual time we got it. We may have received it just a little bit late for us to act upon. So this is pretty much how you would use the COT change signal. So looking at net positions of traders week to week, how they're changing their net positions can actually give us some insight on what's going on. A 5 years chart gives us the ability to see overall how much traders are in extreme net position compared to history the past 5 years. And you can see that the last major extreme is basically from a week ago. We had this bearish COT Extreme. The market did come down a bit. Now, of course, you can now ask yourself what's more important, this recent bullish change signal or the COT Extreme. Of course, in the medium to long term, I would always put the emphasis on COT Extreme analysis. You can see over here, we have this bearish COT Extreme correlating or coinciding, at around this top level over here. We have a relative bullish COT Extreme just happening as the market is coming down. Another one over here, another one over here, a bearish COT Extreme. It doesn't always have to be all time, right? You can look back, let's say 6 months to 2-3 years. And I would conclude that COT Extreme analysis is more efficient. But of course, in the near term, I would not be surprised if the Brazilian real continued its path upwards before it actually comes back down. We shall see in the next few weeks ahead of us. The heating oil is our next market for the review. We have an 18% change in commercials net position. So let's go back over here to the chart and look at the red line over here representing commercials net position. This is, of course, a much greater than average change size. If we look at this 1 year time frame, the last time we had a much greater change was over here. It did actually result in higher prices coming afterwards. We had a significant larger than average bullish COT change signal over here. This was the report date, the issuance date. We had a more significant bullish COT change signal over here at this bottom. So overall, I would say I'd be comfortable looking at this as a potential successful bullish COT change signal. And once again, similarly to crude oil, not only do we have a change signal, but actually the COT Extreme analysis suggests that we may actually witness higher prices in the medium to long term. Moving on to large speculators COT Extreme analysis, we have soybean meal still on top of our list with an all-time extreme. It's been the case for a few weeks now. Of course, we must understand that these huge stresses in the market can be present for many, many weeks, potentially months before the market actually reacts. So I don't mind seeing that. It's just giving you more time to analyze and position yourself for soybean meal to reach higher levels. The Kansas City wheat is our next market with a 386 report extreme in large speculators net positions. That's the exact same extreme in commercials net position. Once again, a very bullish picture here suggesting we should be expecting the Kansas City wheat to bottom. Now, we talked about crude oil, so we're going to jump over that and arrive at gold. Here we have a 61 report extreme in large speculators net position. If we take this horizontal red line, you can see that it's more or less in between the two extremes for large speculators. So it basically means it's not an extreme that I would act upon. It's a 1 year extreme. If anything, I would consider it more of a bullish extreme rather than a bearish one. So it's definitely supporting the continuation of this rise that we are witnessing in gold. So strong signal from the commitments of traders report there. That is going to be all for this review. Of course, there's much more to do here at COTBase.com when it comes to the commitments of traders analysis. The service is built around this wonderful data. Not only do we show the data, of course, in in-depth format. So just to give you an example, let's say you're trading the Australian dollar. You have everything here. All the data sets, everything's chartable. If you're a pro member, you can download our data. And we do offer unique indicators. The pro, again, it's the access to the website combined with an indicator on NinjaTrader. But the iCOT Intraday Indicator is something that we developed and brought COT analysis into the shorter time frames. Works not only on Ninja but also TradingView as well. Very, very unique indicator that I would definitely give a try if I were you. If you have any questions, once again, feel free to comment underneath the video or send us an email to info@cotbase.com. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope you will have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Goodbye.